Jimmy Butler just had one of the best performances in an NBA Finals game, leading the Miami Heat to an improbable victory while having two starters out with injuries. What's so impressive about this performance from Butler was that he was a complete basketball player. He didn't do just one or two things well, he did everything well. It shows in the box score, where you'll see he scored 40 points, grabbed 11 boards, and dished out 13 dimes. But you'll also see it in the film in this video, like on this play where he draws a charge on Anthony Davis. To that point in the game, AD had not taken a shot, and it's largely because of the execution of the Heat and Jimmy Butler. Butler was as aggressive as it gets on the offensive end, whether he was bullying Kentavious Caldwell-Pope or getting to the line on his drives. He was also patient in the paint. He did a great job of using his body and using pivots to create space. And the box score stats don't even give Butler all the credit he deserves, as I noticed at least 2 hockey assists in the first half that won't show up in the box score. It's also plain to see that he bothered LeBron James throughout the game. Getting multiple steals and forcing multiple travels. He had success as usual driving the ball and either going to the rack or kicking it out to wide open shooters, but in this video, I want to focus on what I think goes unnoticed by the average fan. Jimmy Butler functions as both a guard and a big in the Miami Heat offense. In fact, Butler functioned more as a big man in this game than he did as a guard, and it's been a huge reason why the Miami Heat have been able to be so flexible offensively, even in the midst of a possession. So let's go over some plays where Butler was functioning as a big man rather than a guard. The first time we see Butler functioning as a big man, he catches Danny Green asleep while running some handoff actions and simply drives at him to draw a foul. Danny Green thought there was supposed to be a switch, but there wasn't, and I'll bet some of that confusion stems from the fact that Butler is usually thought of as a guard. Here, he's playing the big man role running handoffs, but most big men are not able to drive so fast like this. Here's another play where Butler is running handoff actions, but on this one he hands the ball off and then slips a screen. Since he is so deep on his roll, Kuzma has to help on him, which leaves his man Jay Crowder wide open for a 3. But if you're going to be a big man on the court, you gotta act like one. And he does so here, where Tyler Herro forces the switch, so Caruso is stuck on Butler in the post. Butler makes it look easy to post up Caruso, despite Caruso not exactly being tiny for a guard. And KCP also didn't stand much of a chance on Butler in the post. So when your best player has the ability to run handoff actions, roll into space, putting pressure on the rim, facilitate out of the elbows, and the ability to drive and create for others, that just gives your offense so many options. Add on to that the amount of solid role players on the Heat, and you'll always be able to adjust to the defense. Let's see if the Heat can continue to execute on this level, and if they do, maybe they can fight their way back into this final series.